Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Olympus, and it is my honor to welcome you all to WLE. World League Esports is your home for esports. Today, we have something super exciting for you guys. This is the WLE Weekly, and I am joined by Justin. How are you?
Hey man, I'm good, thanks, and you?
I'm doing amazing. So, over the past weekend, we saw a lot of action. This was our first tournament as WLE Weekly. We're hosting a Rainbow Six Siege tournament, and we just got done with the pool stages. So initially, we had planned to have 16 teams for the WLE 10K, but we didn't make it to 16 teams. Initially, we had 15, and one of them dropped out, which we'll get into later. But 14 teams is still a lot, and it's a commendable number considering the size of the scene. And it's growing, and that's what we're trying to do. But 14 teams is still a lot. We had 4 pools and a lot of games coming out of the group stages. So it was kind of difficult, personally, I'll admit. It was kind of difficult to keep track of all the games in the pools. And these standings are going to benefit me as much as they're going to benefit you guys. So let's get right into it. Justin, why don't we talk about how Pool A and Pool B went?
So, Pool A, the teams that are going through in Pool A is Berserkers and Dark Esports. Dark Esports obviously coming up on top of their groups with winning all their games with a 7-5, 7-1 and 7-2 victory. They really did show the commitment and the effort they put into practice to get to the stage that they are, and they really did show off, the type of team that they are. They really did perform, and we'll have to see how they do play against, the second team in Pool B, who they will be facing off. Which, speaking of Pool B, the teams that are going through there is Runshark White and Ominous Gaming. So Runshark White coming up at the top of their pool by winning all of their games with a 7-0, 7-4 and another 7-0 victory for them. So really, really performing and really showing the type of team they are. They will be facing against Berserkers in their first matchup, and Dark Esports will be facing against OG in their first matchup of the pool stages.
There were a lot of 7-0s in the pool stages, and the trend continues in Pool C. We had Regicide and Tribe Simba coming out on top. Regicide proving themselves to be yet another strong team. They won 2-7 nils and then an 8-7 against Runshark Blue. So another one of the Runshark teams showing themselves to also have a lot of what it takes to compete at this very high level. 8-7 is, I think, the closest we got out of the group stages, so congratulations to them. However, moving over to Pool D, we had the 3, biggest teams in the scene right now: ATK, Vibin, and DNMK. A lot of eyes were on this pool, and a lot of pressure, I can imagine, on the players competing in this pool. So it doesn't really surprise anyone that ATK came out on top. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that that's simply because they've been around longer, they have the experience, so the kind of pressure doesn't really get to them. Nonetheless, Vibin, I keep thinking to call them VIBN, the acronyms in this pool are insane. Vibin won against DNMK, which is yet another powerful and strong team in this pool, but they get sent to the lower bracket. As we wrap the standings here, I think it's important that we mention the WLE 10K is a double elimination tournament. So there might have been some confusion, I think, concerning how the group stages are going to work, but let's clear that all. Double elimination means, and considering the pool sizes that we have, a double elimination means that the top 2 teams from each pool will proceed into the upper bracket. The bottom 2 drop down to the lower bracket, and in the lower bracket, they have the chance to fight their way out and come back and join us in the upper bracket and, write that redemption story that we've been talking about. Speaking of writing stories, this weekend, Justin, is going to be absolutely insane. We have bangers of matches coming up, so why don't you take us through them?
So the schedule for this weekend is going to be very busy. We have a total of 7 games being played. So Friday night will be our first matchup, which is game 2, scheduled for 6 p.m. ATK versus Tribe Simba. stay tuned to see who takes that victory of that game. It's going to be a very interesting game. Two very good teams coming out of their plays or their group stages, so stay tuned for that game. Saturday will be a full-on schedule. 3 games will be being played: Game 4, Game 1, and then Game 3. At 12 p.m. we have Game 4, which is Runshock White versus Berserkers. Game 3 or Game 1, sorry, at 3 p.m. is OG versus Dark Esports, and the final matchup for Saturday night is the 6 p.m. game, which is Game 3, is Regicide versus Vibin Esports. Also a very interesting match to stay tuned for, and same goes for the other 2 matches up for Saturday. So be with us through that schedule on Saturday to see who comes out victorious in their matches. Sunday will be the semi-finals, so Game 9 is the winners of Game 1 and Game 2, so stay tuned for that. That is at 12 p.m. Game 10, which is at 3 p.m, will be the winners of Game 3 and Game 4, so you guys don't want to miss those matchups so that you can see who will go to the semi-finals. And then the final match for Sunday is Game 13, or Game 12, sorry, which is 6 p.m. The schedule is the first game of the lower brackets, which I believe is DNMK versus the loser of ATK versus Tribe Simba.
Like you said, Justin, it's going to be a very busy schedule, so all of you make sure you are subscribed so that you don't miss any of the action that's going to be coming to you. You mentioned a couple of games that we should look out for, and let me just say we should look out for all these games because they're going to be super exciting. But personally, I think I'm most looking forward to Friday 6 p.m. Game 2, ATK versus Tribe Simba. Who doesn't like watching ATK play? I mean, right? But also, Tribe Simba is a team that's owned and run by a close friend of mine. So, Moje, hi, how are you doing? I hope you guys are ready for Friday. And they're also a good roster, right? So, they picked up a new roster who are known new entrants to the competitive scene. They have been around for a while. They just be flying under a different banner. So all of that is going to make for what I believe is going to be very, very exciting gameplay to watch. I agree, Justin, also, as you said, Regicide versus Vibin Esports. Regicide coming out very strong from the group stages with those 2 7-0s. Vibin Esports much the same, a strong team, and they've proven to us how they can do very well. So I'm going to be very, very curious to see how those 2 games play out.
Speaking of those games, also 2 games to watch out for is the Runshock White game, which they will be playing against Berserkers, which is Game 4, and Ominous Gaming versus Dark Esports, sorry, not Dark Zero, which is Game 1. So you guys want to check out those games. Those are going to be 2 really good games. Both those teams did perform in their groups. All 4 teams actually performed in their groups. That's why they did go to the playoffs. So you guys really want to tune in to see how they play it. But so far, Runshock White looking like a very strong team. They did have a very good pool. So we'll have to see how far they can come in through their playoff games.
Well, Justin, I for one would love to witness Dark Zero playing in the WLE 10K. But let's talk about a team that will not be playing. We had mentioned it at the beginning, and unfortunately, one of the players from Exile Vision will not be able to continue competing in this tournament, so they got taken out. The way it works for their group is that all the teams that would play against them get an easy 7-0 victory, which counts as a forfeit for Exile Vision. So it was sad to see them go. I was hoping to get a lot of action out of them and see what they're really made of, but it is what it is. Alright guys, make sure you are subscribed because this coming weekend we have so much action planned for you guys. ATK going against Tribe Simba, Friday at 6 p.m. Be there or be square. I know I don't have to remind you guys because everyone loves to watch ATK play. Everyone's gonna show up. Make sure you have your snacks, make sure you have your water. It's gonna be an absolute banger. As we wrap up here, let me remind you all that we are currently running a giveaway. So if you follow us on Twitter and comment on our pinned tweet at World League Esports, who you think is going to win this tournament. Obviously, at the end of the tournament, you'll be entered into a draw, and if you had guessed correctly, you stand yourself the chance to win a mouse mat and a WLE t-shirt.
if I do say so myself, those are amazing products. You guys really don't want to miss out on those. I've the mousepad and both the t-shirt, and they are really amazing. You guys don't want to miss out. So enter in the giveaways. Speaking of more giveaways, we'll be doing giveaways throughout the weekend in the matchups when we are live, so you guys really don't want to miss it. Also, you don't want to miss the gameplay, as it is going to be amazing and action-packed gameplay throughout the weekend. So stay tuned for that. Get your snacks, get your water. You guys really don't want to miss it.
At this point, I have to say thank you all for watching, and thank you, Justin, for being here tonight. Other than that, cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
And maybe to get a couple of more picks, or maybe do a little bit of roaming. That might help as well. So but we'll see how this round goes. It seems like they're going for a very deep roam. Are they trying to do a little switcheroo on the site?
I think that might be the intentions. I wonder if OG do know the location of that site, or if they'll just try to push into that CCTV area. The site is down below for the people that don't know this, and well, the coppers are all the way upstairs, reinforcing, defending there, making as if that is the site. So maybe they are really playing a big mind game here with OG. They're really doing a good job of it, because OG believe that that is the site. So the first pick coming out for OG, but that doesn't matter because they're trying to clear these players upstairs and the site is down below. So well done from Sandals there to get the first pick, but Slay getting the refrag onto Sandals. So well done from him there. Also Chris losing some HP there by drop shot, I believe, in Master Bedroom. And Kaiko is downed now. Will he be able to get picked up, or will he be able to get finished off? Slay Rex finishes him off, but Cannibal getting the refrag there. It's now 3 versus 3. 2 minutes left on the clock, and there's a pick for Chris once again. Getting Ergo off of the board. Now a 2 versus 3. It's up to Cannibal and Dropshot, 2 capable players to get this round. Dropshot creeping up here on the stairs. Will Chris hear him? Will he be able to spot him out? No, he won't. Dropshot comes up on top in that gunfight. Chris is eliminated, but they do now know that the site is down below. So
looking to rotate now into the boss. I'm going to be heading over to Astro to rendezvous with another 2 of his teammates. Waiting for a point of ingress into the bomb site. Kitty gets Mario, which is not great for the attack. Now looking at a 5v3 in favor of the defense. They got the flashbangs, and it's going to be a swing from Crushes with that ARX in hand. Pre-fires does not connect onto any craniums inside of site. They are playing very carefully behind these trophies. Wait, we'll get one more onto Crushes, and all of a sudden it's a 5v2. Dandaman and Jason left alive. Still full HP, but all the pre-fires in the world aren't going to help you. And what a shot from Jason will get the prone player. Dandaman gets one more. All of a sudden it seems doable, but there's 7 seconds on the board. They'll have to go for frags. They can't get the diffuser down now, surely. Dandaman gets one onto Kixie, 2v2. Diffuser was baited, but it's going to go down now. It has to go down, and he has to stick it. Dandaman does get down and killed by a Wicked, and defenders will win. Just bait. Defenders are pretty much pinned back here inside.
It really does look like it's just they're pushing straight in here. Wicked does hold his own as he takes out Leventus. Jason low, and he's been taken down by Wicked now. Wicked with a double kill. He's just dancing around here, and he picks up a third, but he's fine. No, he's not taken down. Actually, it's wasteful. He's still alive. He's going at it here. Crushes half HP. Mario full HP. This is looking like a great round for Vivan, as Wicked finally falls, but a great swing from Kixie picking up Mario. Con is left.
80k preparing to take piano again in similar fashion. Wonder if they're going to treat it the same way as they've been treating all the other rounds, because it's going to be different this time. They have DMNK has ADSs onto Ticket and New Hatch. Oh my word, this bullet shot. If he gets that clash from here, that's... He does spot him out. Does he know that his back is turned? Oh my word, even red pings are coming off. He might get a shot. He does get a shot off and eliminates Dan the man off a bullet shot that was crazy by Corsa. And now he's going to watch out for a run out, because as players know,